K means Avakash or sky, and Chara means who can travel. Who can travel in the air, they used to known as a Khechari. So Putana, she had that perfection that she used to travel in air. Nowadays you need aeroplane, then you can travel in the air. But here, Putana with her own will, she used to travel anywhere. And that's why she used to known as a Khechari also. And she was such a cruel humaness that she used to kill small babies specifically. And she used to eat their flesh, drink their blood. When Lord Krishna was born there in Vrindavan, when he was staying in Mathura, and Vasudev, when he shifted him to Gokul Mahavan, that time, that time Kamsa specifically sent Putana to kill Krishna. And she was traveling everywhere. And she was so puffed up that she used to has a pride of her own activities, that she used to kill so many small kids, small children, that she took the challenge from Kamsa to kill his enemy Krishna. So she came to Nanda Maharaja's place and she disguised herself as a very beautiful woman. And she reached there. And most of the coward women, they thought that she must be from some heavenly planet, that she has come to bless our Krishna. Few of them, they thought that she must be none other than the goddess of fortune who has come to bless Krishna. So without any hindrance, she entered into Nanda Maharaja's place. And she looked at Krishna in the cradle. She saw such a wonderful baby. And she felt some motherly affection. And by seeing that affection, but her intention was bad, so Krishna closed his eyes. Never wanted to see her. Then she picked him up and she asked Yashoda Maya, can I breastfeed him? Then Yashoda Mata was very pleased because she thought that this heavenly damsel, she has come to feed my child. So she gave it to her. And she carried Lord Krishna in a private place so that she can sit there and feed. Actually, she anointed her breast with a very dangerous poison. Her plan was, in pretension of feeding milk to Krishna, she will feed this poison and kill Krishna. But Lord, being a Agatita Ghatana Patisi, what he did, with the milk from her breast, Lord sucked out her life energy also. And Putana started crying like a hell. And she left that disguised form and she came into her original form. And she started beating her chest, she was yelling. She wanted to get rid of Krishna because she came to know that her life air is going to get sucked by Krishna. And ultimately, when Krishna took out her prana, she fell down dead. And it is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, she was 80 miles long. When she fell on the ground, all the Brajavasis, they came and they saw, what is this? What the hell? Such a big demoness. And just she came to kill Krishna. And they were thinking that it's Lord Narayana who has saved our Krishna. And they took Krishna immediately. And as they do in India, they take out the evil eye. They started doing that. They started putting Gomutra and Gobar on the different parts of the different body parts of Krishna, and they wanted to protect him from another evils. But Lord Krishna, whether he is a child or whether he is in his own any form, he is Lord himself. Our acharyas, they say, this Putana demoness, she represents two things. First thing, Putana represents that is pseudo guru. And second thing, the inwardly manifest spiritual guide in the form of the mundane empiric reasoning faculty, the material mind, is also like a Putana. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he gives elaborate descriptions about that. Generally, the bogus gurus, what they do, it is explained that sometimes some people, they claim themselves as a spiritual master and they guide their disciples in totally different way, which they never practice in their life. They never put it into their life. They try to teach their disciples. Like a Putana, she came in disguise of a mother, but her intention was to kill Krishna. Like that, there are some spiritual leaders, so-called, who claims themselves to be a spiritual master or leaders who can lead the others in their spiritual life, but they don't practice that. So these people are considered as a Putana. And second, our materialistic mind, that is also considered as a Putana. Because of mind has two things, Sankalpa and Vikalpa. It makes you think something and act accordingly, and sometimes it accepts something and it rejects something. So most of the time when mind rejects the spiritual order or the spiritual knowledge, then that mind, which has a materialistic reasoning, is known as a Putana. And that only can be vanquished by Krishna himself. So Putana is there, and that should be get killed by Krishna only. Then Keshri, when we go further, actually in Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in his writings, he writes that in order to show mercy to his devotees, Krishna sucks the life out of a Putana's breast to protect his own innocent ecstasy, which has arisen within the young devotee's heart. And about her identity, it is explained in Garga Samhita that, and Brahma Vaivarat Puran also, that she was Ratnamala, the younger sister of Maharaj Bali. And Garga Samhita says that she was the daughter of Maharaj Bali. And when Vamanadev, he came in that small drop Brahmana's form, she got attracted towards him and she thought she had some parental affection for him, and she was thinking that I would have such a nice son. So it would have been really good for me, and I wanted to feed him a milk. But when that same Vamana, he took away everything from the Bali Maharaj and shackled him and put him into the jail, that same Ratnamala had a desire to kill that man. So to fulfill that desire of Ratnamala, in the next life she became Putana. And she fed milk to Krishna, considering him as a son or pretending as a mother, and tried to kill him. But vice versa, what happened? Krishna drank the milk also and sucked her life air also, and she died. So when this pseudo-gurus and our material mind troubles us to practice our devotional services, then when you pray to their Lordship, only He can take care of that. Otherwise, with our own endeavor, it's not possible for us. So that is the pastime of killing Putana by Krishna. And that has happened in Gokul Mahavan. And this Khechri is the place where she used to stay. So from Khechri, when we start towards Radhakund, the next place comes Bahulavan. Bahulavan, the charming forest of Bahulavan is full of beauty. And according to Skanda Purana, Mathura Khanda, Sri Hari's Sakhi Bahula resides here. Bahula Sri Harer Patni Tatra Tishtati Sarvada. This place is known, rightly known as a Bati. And it lies 7 miles west of Mathura between Radhakund and Vrindavan. Sankarshan Kunda and Man Sarovar are the 2 kundas in Bahulavan. There is another wonderful story also there about this particular place. That once there used to be one cow, and her name was also Bahula. And she was grazing in the forest with other cows. Then suddenly what happened? One tiger attacked her. Then she started pleading to that tiger. See, I have a small calf. Just give trust in me, faith in me, that I will go back to my place, I will feed my calf and come back. And then you eat me. I don't have any problem. So tiger, he kept faith in her. He said, okay, you go. But remember, if you don't come back, then I will come that place. I will eat you also, your calf also, and your caretaker also. But Bahula said, don't worry. I will come back and you eat me only and pacify your hunger. Then Bahula, she went to Goshala. When she came, her calf started running towards her. But she was in tears, she was crying. And she told her calf that now this is the last day for you to drink my milk. So drink at your heart's content. And then that calf asked her, why you are saying like this, mother? Why it is last time? Are you not going to feed me tomorrow? And she said, it's not possible tomorrow because today I have promised that tiger that I will come back and he will devour me. So today is the last day, you should drink my milk and get satisfied. And then calf said, if that tiger is going to eat you, then I will also come. Let him eat me also. If you are not there, then what's the use of living me? So let me also die. And while this conversation was going on, their caretaker, that Gopal, was also there. He looked at them. He said, no. Being I am your protector, if tiger has to kill you, then he should kill me first. If I die, then only he can kill you. So 3 of them, they went back to that tiger. And they stood in front of him. And tiger was in his very happy mood. Because he was wanted to eat only one cow, but now he got a tender calf and as well as a human being also. was very happy that day. And he was just contemplating, now from whom I should start. Should I eat first that Brahmana, that Gopal? Should I eat that calf, or should I eat this cow? Because everyone was asking, eat me, eat me, eat me. And same time, Lord Krishna, he was playing with his friends in that forest. And being a Paramatma, he came to know what's going on there. And immediately he rushed back. And when he entered that place, tiger, he looked at him and he said, see, being a carnivorous animal, these are my food. So I have to eat them. Otherwise, how I will quench my hunger? The Lord said, don't worry. And just he patted on his head. And tiger lost his cruelty. He became a devotee. And he just walked away from it. And then Lord, he rescued that cow, Bahula. He rescued that calf and that Gopal also. And they became so happy. They started licking their Lordship's lotus feet. And the Lord also became happy because when his devotees are happy, he also becomes happy. So he said, from henceforth, this particular forest will be known as Bahulavan by your name. So this place is known as a Bahulavan. There they have a nice baitak of Mahaprabhu, Vallabhacharya. From there, when we walk further, there is another place which is known as a Viharvan. Viharvan is the place where Lord and his coward boyfriends, they used to play around. And now even today also that place is really beautiful. But it is, nobody stays there and lots of babul trees are there. But over all the year that place is always green and shadowy. But because of it's too far from the road, nobody goes there. Very few Babajis who are really bhajanandi, who wants to chant their rounds and do their bhajan, they go and stay at that particular place. From Viharvan, when we start further, then we reach at the place known as a Basanti. Basanti is the place where when Nanda Maharaj and all the coward boys, they left Gokul Mahavan because of the troubles from the various demons. And they wanted to go to Nandagaon. So while going to Nandagaon, they stopped at one particular place, which is known as Chatikara. And same time from Ravar, father of Radharani, Rishabhanu Baba, he also with all his Gopa friends, they also started, they wanted to also move from there and they wanted to go to Barsana. So they came and they halted at this particular place, which is known as a Basanti. So Radharani, she has performed almost all childhood pastimes in this particular place. When Radharani was staying in Basanti and Nandalala was staying at Chatikara, they used to come and meet at one particular place, which is known as a Ral. It is just 5 kilometers away from Radhakund and near about 15 to 20 kilometers away from, 15 kilometers away from Vrindavan. And it is considered to be as a meeting place of Radharani and Sri Krishna. There they have a nice Balabhadra Kund. Now it is full of garbage. Some devotees, they are trying to clean it up and rebuild it, renovate it. There they have a nice temple of Radha Krishna and Dauji also. This particular place actually used to be considered very interesting place for Kishore, Kaishore Leela of their Lordship and Srimati Radharani. Even today also, that place is evergreen. But most of the devotees, they don't know that this particular place is the place where Lord used to perform his intimate pastime with Radharani. Very few people know about this. Then further when we walk, then we reach at the place which is known as a Mukhrai. Mukhrai is the place where Radharani's grandmother used to stay, the mother of Mother Kirtida. And her name was Mukharai. So on her name only that village is known as a Mukhrai. And that is just 1 kilometer away from Radhakund. From here itself, when you look towards, on the northwest side, you will see a beautiful place which is known as a Radhakund. That village itself is known as Radhakund itself. And this is the place which is known as the topmost, holiest place in the universe. Rupa Goswami, in his prayers in Upadeshamrut, he glorifies that amongst the all Vaikunthas, the topmost is Dwarka. From the Dwarka, there is another most auspicious place which is known as a Brajamandal. In the Brajamandal, the most auspicious place is Mathura. In Mathura, the most auspicious and holiest place is Govardhan. And in Govardhan, the most holiest place is Sri Radha. Because this Radhakund is none other than the molten form of Srimati Radharani. The water of Radhakund is not different from Srimati Radharani. And whoever takes bath, he never remains same. That's what Rupa Goswami says. It is the highest and topmost place for the sadhana for all Gaudiyas. The followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they reside on the bank of Radhakund and perform their bhajan. Because every day, their Lordship, they come and they perform their midday pastime in Radhakund. Next to that is Shamakunda. Here you can see. The dark water, what you are seeing, that Kunda is known as a Radhakund. Then you can see in between there is a bridge, and next to that there is Shamakund. There is very wonderful story about appearance of both Shamakunda and Radhakunda. When they were staying at Chatikara, Kansa sent one more demon who was known as Arishtasura, and he was having a form of a bull. And that bull was not that common. He was a huge, like a mountain. And when he entered to Vrindavan, what did he do? He was looking out for Krishna. Where is he? He was not able to see Krishna around there, because Krishna, along with his friends, he has taken his cows for grazing, and he was not there in the village. So he came out. Krishna was so much engrossed in playing that he never paid attention to this person. And when he came, he got so angry that Arishtasur, he started yelling like anything. And when he started yelling, then what happened? The cows who were pregnant, they miscarried. That was so horrible. And he started troubling all the devotees. Because he was knowing, if I have to get Krishna directly, then if I start troubling his devotees, then only he can come in the front. And that's why he started troubling all the Brajavasis there. When all the Brajavasis, they started crying for Krishna's help, Krishna appeared in front of Arishtasur. And he challenged him. Why you are troubling innocent people? If you think yourself heroic, then come and have a fight with me. When Arishtasur looked at him, he said, he's such a small boy. He's so puffed up that he's challenging me. So Arishtasur came runningly to just smash Krishna. But their lordship is their lordship. He just punched him on his head. Then Arishtasur fell down there. Again he came into his consciousness. Again he came running and he wanted to smash Krishna. Then what he did, he just grabbed his horn and broke it. Then he grabbed his another horn, he reeled him around and smashed on the ground. And when that Arishtasur fell on the ground, almost unconscious, with his another horn, he started beating him up. He beat him so much that Arishtasur fell dead there. And this particular Leela happened in the afternoon. Then Krishna went, took bath in near Kundas, sat for a lunch. It happened in Vrindavan, before taking lunch, Krishna used to kill one demon. That was like a regular schedule. So this day, he killed Arishtasur, sat there, took a bath in the Kunda, sat with his friends, had a lunch, and evening he came back to his home. And that same night, he went to meet Srimati Radharani. But Radharani was very reluctant to meet him that day. She told him that you are a sinner because you have killed bull and you have done a go-hatya. So you should go and repent for this. Get done some prayashchitta. Krishna said, for what? No, you have killed one bull. So you should go and repent for that. But he said he was a demon. We don't know that. But he came in the form of a bull and you have killed a bull. So you have to repent for that. You have to get done prayashchitta. Then he said, what sort of prayashchitta should I do? Then Radharani told him, you go and take bath in all the holy places. After taking bath in all the holy places in the universe, you will get rid of this sin. Then Krishna, he said, okay, if you desire so, then I have to take bath in all the tirthas. So what he did, he just kicked in the earth with his heel and created one big pond. And he called up all the tirthas in the universe. And they appeared. They appeared in front of him. And they said, yes, how I can serve you? Then Krishna said, okay, all of you should enter in your water form in this particular kunda, and then that's become a Shama Kunda. So all the holy places in this universe, they are present there in Shama Kunda. So once if you go there and take bath, then there is no need of going anywhere else to take bath. No need to go to Prayagraj, no need to go to Ganga Sagar. All tirthas in the universe, from all the places, they have come there. So, when Krishna took bath there, again he looked at Radharani and he told her, now all of you have to go and take bath in all the holy places. And they said, why? Because even though I was sinless, you forced me to take bath in all the holy places, considering me as a sinner. Because you have considered me as a sinner, so all you have become a sinner. So to get rid of that, you also have to take bath in all the holy places. Then Radharani said, okay, we will also. Then all the Sakhis, they took out their bangles, kankana, and they started digging. And they formed a beautiful kunda, which is known as a Kankana Kunda. That's there in this Radhakund itself. When they did that, after finishing their kunda, there was not a single drop of water. Then Krishna, he started teasing them. Oh, now you will wait for the next rainy season. When rain will fall, then all the water will come together and accumulate in this, and then you will take bath. Then Radharani and Vishaka, they got a little bit uneasy. And Lalita got angry. She said, no, immediately we will going to fill it now. We have millions of our Sakhis, and we will fill this kunda right now. And all of this made a queue in a line, and they started bringing water from Manasi Sarovar, and they started pouring it. All they got tired in that endeavor, because it was not possible to fill up that. Then Krishna, he told all these rivers that, okay, go and help her out. So all the tirthas, in their own form, with a folded hand, they appeared in front of Radharani. And they said, hey Vrindavaneshwari, hey Vrajeshwari, we would like to serve you. Please give us a chance. Let us fill this kunda for you. Then Radharani looked at them and she said, okay, do so. Then all these tirthas, they entered into Radhakund. So the water from Shamakund entered into the Radhakund, and Radhakund got filled up. Then Srimati Radharani with her Sakhis, very joyfully they entered into the water, took bath. Again they went into Shamakund, they entered there, they took bath there. Then Krishna, he also jumped into Radhakund, he took bath there, and after taking bath, he spoke to Radharani that this place will be known as the most auspicious place in the universe. And whoever launch to advance in their spiritual life and desires to get my love, if they come here and take bath, they will get it. So even today, the serious devotee who want to really advance in their spiritual life, They go on the bank of Radhakund, they sit there and they chant their rounds. They perform bhajan. Tomorrow we will discuss the place surrounding the Radhakund. There are wonderful places are surrounding the Radhakund where our acharyas have stayed and they perform their bhajan there so that they can advance, they can attain the real spiritual pleasure. Even today, it is said, who are really advanced in their spiritual life, they can see their Lordship performing Jalakrida in Radhakund in the noon time. There is one nice stotra which is known as Radha Kripa Kataksha Stotra. There Shivji himself, he is telling about the glories of Radharani. There he says that whoever person goes to Radhakund, he stands in the water of Radhakund up to the knee or navel or chest and read this particular Ashtakam, Kripa Kataksha Stotra, which is known as Radha Kripa Kataksha Stotra. That person really attains the mercy of Srimati Radha. And you can find there are devotees, specifically in the month of Kartik, they go every day. They stand in the waters of Radhakund up to the neck and they chant 108 times. Some devotees are there, they chant it for 1,008 times, this Ashtakam. And that Kripa Kataksha Stotra is so wonderful. That explains about the beauty of Radharani, the mood of Radharani, how she is most important personality in the whole universe. And even all the demigoddesses, how they are the expansion of Srimati Radharani and how they desire to take shelter at the Radharani. So Radhakund is the place where one can achieve his perfection through chanting the holy names of the Lord. So thank you very much for your today's presence. Tomorrow we will discuss about the places around the Radhakund. As there is a Radhakund and Shamkund, there are Ashtasakhi Kundas. Lalita Sakhi has her own Kund, Vishaka Sakhi has her own Kund, Chitra Sakhi has her own Kund, Champaklata has her own Kund, Induleka has her own Kund, Sudevi has her own Kund. Like these Ashtasakhis, they have their own Kundas. Same way, Dwadasha Gopalas, the associates of Lord Krishna, who are prominently known as the Dwadasha Gopalas, they are also having their own Kunda around Radhakund. So we will discuss about that tomorrow. Then the few pastimes of our acharyas who stayed there and how their lordship has rendered service for them. That also we will explain and we will discuss tomorrow about that. So this is the place where we can think about, meditate about, contemplate about the pastimes of the Lord, which can purify your existence. And once our existence gets purified, then definitely we will get the love of God. So stay with us for tomorrow also. Then we can visit all these precious and glorious places of Braja. Hare Krishna. Shri Braja Mandal Parikrama ki